Hello again. Right, I just thought I would do a little update video for everyone that had sent me a message about my AlexGear red jacket. Um, as many of you know, some of you follow me on other socials and things. I've been kind of slowly putting together little bits and pieces on this. I wasn't originally going to. I thought the coat itself, when it came, was just fine and very wearable straight out of the factory. But I got swept away. As soon as I added one thing, I started changing a couple of other things, and you know how it is. One thing leads to another, and before you know it, you've kind of done a complete overhaul. Anyway, so I'll just put the light on to cast the right shadows. So I'll go through my basic mods that I kind of did. We'll start off with the webbing. The original piece on the coat as it came was pleather. I didn't really like it. It was shiny, it was smooth, it was a bit strange. So I thought I'll get rid of that and I'll just put normal webbing straps on all of the pleather. I cheated a bit. I basically left the pleather where it was. I put contact adhesive on both surfaces, and then I've just applied them over the pleather. So this is attached with glue, and then there's a little holding stitch on the sides just to keep it in place. Done that with the front. There's also the weird pencil pen loop thing that I did it to as well, and then of course there's the strapping on the back that I did as well. Um, then I oh yes, so then I did the fobs, and originally they came with these antique bronze ones, but I quite like actually, and I think from the pictures and the videos that I've seen from the trailers and things, I think they could well be antique bronze, but I'm not sure. So I quite like the way that the silver looks against the kind of red. So I went with these, found these ones. I think I got them on eBay, and I've started kind of just making my own fobs. I sell them. I've sold them to a few Ghostbusters and through my Etsy shop as well. They obviously, it's the two orange ones, and then the black one under the pocket gizmo as well. Um, Brings me to the gizmo, I suppose, and the pocket. The original pocket on the coat that came, it had like a clear plastic window. I don't think they have a clear plastic window in the film one, so I removed it. Then the pocket itself seemed quite wide. It was quite a large area, so I thought I would make like a little red surround. And I basically pilfered that material from the epaulets that were originally on the coat when it came. I just ripped them off, and then I just done up the seam so it's fine there, and used the material to create a little surround in here. And then I've just put a couple of bits of Velcro in on my gizmo that I made from card and wire and bits and pieces. I quite like it. It does the job. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles of some that I've seen that kind of move around with the light, but I think it serves its purpose. I quite enjoy it. It will do me. Anyway, so that's the pocket gizmo. The epaulets I obviously removed. The strapping. I added my name tag with Velcro just in case I want to, I don't know, change the name or any cosplay purposes or whatever. I also one of the big changes, I moved the belt loops. The original belt loops when the coat came, they were quite high. They were sort of under this pocket, and they were sort of over here. And I kind of, from looking at pictures, I sort of thought that it needs to be lower. It needs to almost cover the top of this bottom pocket flap, and it needs to be more kind of lowered central rather than right in the midriff. So I thought, well, what I'll do is I'll just kind of pull them apart, see where it goes, and I've added it on. Used the same belt loops that it came with, but I've just shifted them around a bit. And then obviously these black belts, some people have noticed that they're quite short, because obviously they're meant to go around your waist rather than around your flight suit and a coat as well. So even at the maximum width, this is about 37 inches, 38 inches, and it just about fits around me. And it can do up, but I don't really see me doing it up, but it serves its purpose. And to stop it kind of falling about and falling out if I hang anything on it, I decided what I would do is I would just stitch the hole, the belt loop to the actual belt, just in case I want to hang anything off here. It's not going to go anywhere, and it's not going to pull the belt out of place, and it'll keep it kind of where it's meant to be, which I thought was a good addition. Um, then, oh yes, so then I liked, in some of the pictures, I think the original coat has this kind of white area around the cuff. I believe it's probably part of the design. It could well be the very edge of a bit of piping or something they've put in there. The jacket, this when it arrived, the sleeves were a little bit long on me, so I had to turn them up anyway. So I thought, well, what I'll do is while I'm at it, I'll take out the length that I think I rolled it up another inch or so because they were quite long. And then I added this piping. I made it from a cotton sheet and some cotton piping, whatever it was. I can't remember what it was. And then I just sewed them together, put them up, and then added the uh, um, added the seam allowance that I needed from the turn up, and basically created my own cuff piping, whatever it might be called. But it came out quite well. I also noticed that there were these sort of elastic uh, sleeves, cuffs on it, I think. So I added those in as well. I cheated again very easily, pulled them open, turned it inside out, and then I just literally stitched the back of the cuff to the lining material inside. That way I can have it can kind of extend down a bit. So when it's on me, I can kind of keep it longer, or actually when I can kind of pull my sleeve up and it sort of hides the cuff more as well. Um, Pretty much all the changes that I made. Oh, and obviously, I mean, there was nothing wrong with the original Ghost patch that it came with. Obviously, you can see that it was quite a bit smaller. If you look, you know, that, I mean, it is quite a lot smaller, to be honest. Um, Good patch, very well made, but obviously not quite the right sort of feel to it, not the right sort of design. And I know the ones on the jacket are a little bit different. I think they have some other detail in here. They might be made out of some other fabric and material, but I went with the patch house, and they're just lovely, lovely patches. And yeah, it looks great on the side. It's nice and big, and it's really obvious and clear. And I thought that's perfect. So yeah, other than that, I think that's all the kind of mods that I made. Um, and yeah, if you have any questions or anything, or you know, if you just watch it and it helps you, or you know, if anyone wants to make any modifications to theirs and they need to know where to get things from, just you know, leave a comment or get in touch, and I can kind of point you in the right direction. And then you know, have fun modding your own coat, either a normal coat, red one that you found, or the AlexGear one, or some of the other ones. I know that there are a few options out there now. Even though the film's not out, I think we've got a good idea of what this coat is going to look like anyway. But yeah, feel free to share this video or just you know comment, and hopefully it'll help someone else like the previous one did too. So enjoy. Thanks for watching.